LeBron James, and Luka Doncic. That's it. These two are actually teammates. Just look at their numbers. LeBron is averaging 24 points per game, ranking 18th in the league, while Luka with an astonishing 28.1 points per game, despite playing only 22 games due to injury. That's the crazy part. Luka missed a bunch of games, yet his impact is undeniable every time he steps on the court. What makes this pairing so electric is how their strengths complement each other. LeBron's averaging 9.1 assists per game, ranking 4th in the league, while Luka's dishing out 7.8 assists per game. Together, they're responsible for creating a massive chunk of their team's offense. Imagine the passing lanes, the ball movement, and the sheer creativity we're about to witness with these two sharing the floor. When it comes to rebounding, LeBron's pulling down 7.6 boards per game, and Luka's right there with 8.3. Both dominate the glass in their own ways. LeBron with his physicality and Luka with his anticipation and positioning. This means second chance points are going to skyrocket for the Lakers, and fast break opportunities will come in waves. Their efficiency is off the charts too. LeBron shooting an impressive 51.2% from the field, showcasing his ability to score efficiently even at 40 years old. Luka's hitting 46.4% of his shots. And considering his high volume and the difficulty of his attempts, that's elite. This kind of shooting consistency from both players will stretch defenses thin, making it nearly impossible to focus on just one of them. And let's not forget about their all-time rankings. Luka is already third on the NBA's all-time points per game leaders list with 28.65 points per game. LeBron, sitting at 7th with 27 points per game, continues to climb the ranks even in his 40th year. It's surreal to think about. Two of the most prolific scorers in NBA history are now wearing the same jersey. When it comes to playmaking, both are elite. LeBron ranks 24th on the all-time assists per game leaders list with 7.43 assists, while Luka is 12th with 8.27 assists. That's not just good, that's legendary. The Lakers are now equipped with two players who can control the tempo, create for others, and make clutch passes under pressure. Defenses are going to be in constant scramble mode, trying to contain them. Let's talk about impact. LeBron's player impact estimate is 16.6, and Luka's is even higher at 17.2. That's not just numbers. That's proof of how much they influence the game beyond just scoring. They affect every possession, whether it's through scoring, passing, rebounding, or even just their presence on the court. Luka generates 46.91 points per game when you combine his scoring and assists, ranking 5th in the league, while LeBron follows closely with 43.32, ranking 9th. That's nearly 90 points per game between them, an absurd level of production. Offensive impact, they've got it covered. Luka's offensive impact per 100 possessions is plus 4.19, while LeBron's is plus 2.98. This means that whenever they're on the floor, their teams are significantly better offensively. Now that they're together, the Lakers' offense is set to explode, with both players feeding off each other's strengths and creating mismatches every single night. Triple-doubles? They've got those in the bag too. LeBron ranks 5th all-time with 122 triple-doubles, and Luka's already at 80, despite being just 25 years old. This isn't just a stat, it's a testament to their all-around excellence. They can score, pass, and rebound at elite levels, and now they get to do it side by side. What's truly exciting is the mentorship dynamic. Luka, at 25, gets to learn directly from LeBron, one of the greatest basketball minds ever. But this isn't just about Luka learning. It's about both players pushing each other to new heights. LeBron's leadership and Luka's hunger for greatness will create an environment where both thrive. By the way, if you guys enjoy these deep dives, I'll be posting every day during the season. I genuinely appreciate if you could subscribe. Thanks. Anyways, the duo, their synergy is going to be something special. LeBron's ability to read the game, combined with Luka's creativity and flair, will make the Lakers' offense unpredictable and dynamic. Imagine fast breaks with LeBron leading the charge and Luka trailing for a deep three, or Luka orchestrating the half-court offense with LeBron cutting to the basket. And what makes this duo even more exciting is their clutch factor. Both have a knack for delivering in the biggest moments, whether it's hitting game-winning shots, making critical passes, or coming up with key defensive plays. Their poise under pressure will be invaluable during playoff runs and championship pursuits. Their impact goes beyond the court. LeBron's leadership and influence off the court are well documented, while Luka's growing global popularity brings a fresh wave of excitement to the Lakers. This combination will elevate the team's brand and inspire the next generation of basketball fans. In terms of basketball history, we're witnessing something rare. Two generational talents each with their own unique style and achievements, joining forces at the perfect time. LeBron's experience and Luka's prime years align beautifully, creating a window of opportunity for the Lakers to compete at the highest level. But when you dig into these two's advanced stats, it gets ridiculous. Let's start with offense. Luka's on the left, LeBron's on the right. Let's start with their true shooting percentage, which measures scoring efficiency. Luka's sitting at 59.7%, landing him in the 75th percentile. That's elite for someone who carries such a heavy offensive load. LeBron edges him out slightly with 60.5%, ranking in the 80th percentile. This shows that even though LeBron's in his 40th year, he's still one of the most efficient scorers in the league. Now imagine a defense trying to handle both of these guys at the same time. One is already a nightmare to guard, but together, it's like pick your poison, and either way, you'll lose. Next up is shot quality. Luka's at 64.1, putting him in the 70th percentile, while LeBron's at 62.2, ranking in the 67th percentile. This stat reflects the quality of shots they're taking, and both are creating high percentage opportunities, not just for themselves, but for their teammates. When you've got two players who can consistently generate high-quality shots, it opens up the floor for everyone else. They'll make life easier for role players because defenses will collapse on them, leaving others wide open. Now, let's talk about their ability to get to the line, measured by free throw rate. Luka's at 33.5%, ranking in the 84th percentile. That means he's drawing fouls at an elite rate, putting constant pressure on defenses. LeBron, even at his age, isn't far behind, with a 25% free throw rate sitting in the 62nd percentile. Together, they'll live at the free throw line, racking up easy points and getting opposing players into foul trouble early. This will change the pace of games, slow things down when needed, and keep the Lakers in control. When it comes to spacing the floor, their three-point attempt rate adds another layer. Luka's launching from deep with a 45.3% attempt rate, which lands him in the 55th percentile. LeBron's at 29.9%, ranking in the 27th percentile. Luka's willingness to shoot from deep stretches defenses, forcing them to guard the perimeter closely. LeBron's selective approach keeps defenses honest. The combination of Luka's volume and LeBron's efficiency from beyond the arc means defenders can't sag off either of them without paying the price. While offensive rebounding isn't their primary focus, it's still worth noting. Luka's at minus 1.7, sitting in the 12th percentile, while LeBron's at 0.2, landing in the 57th percentile. This shows that while Luka focuses more on playmaking and scoring, LeBron still contributes with hustle plays to secure extra possessions. Their ability to control the boards, combined with their scoring, ensures that the Lakers will dominate both in transition and in half-court sets. Now, let's get into controlled turnover percentage, which measures how well they protect the ball. Luka's at 7.5%, ranking in the 62nd percentile, while LeBron's at 8.6%, in the 46th percentile. Considering how much they handle the ball, these are impressive numbers. Both players can make high-risk, high-reward passes without turning the ball over too often. This level of ball security will be crucial in tight games where every possession counts. Here's where things get really interesting. Load dot. Luka's offensive load is a staggering 64.6, which puts him in the 100th percentile. That's as high as it gets, meaning he's been carrying an enormous share of his team's offense. LeBron's not far behind, with a load of 60.2, ranking in the 99th percentile. The fact that both have been handling such heavy offensive responsibilities shows just how much they've been relied upon. Now, they get to share that burden, which means they'll be fresher in clutch moments and able to maintain peak performance throughout the season. Creation is another area where they both shine. Luka's at 15.4, sitting at the absolute top in the 100th percentile. LeBron's right there with him at 15, ranking in the 99th percentile. This stat reflects how many scoring opportunities they create for their teammates. They're both offensive engines capable of generating shots out of nothing. With both on the court, the Lakers will have two primary creators, making it nearly impossible for defenses to focus on just one player. Portability measures how well a player's game translates across different teams and systems. Luka's at 7.5 in the 89th percentile, while LeBron's at 6.5 in the 79th percentile. This means both are adaptable and can thrive in any offensive setup. They're not system dependent. They are the system. Their versatility allows the Lakers to run different offensive schemes without missing a beat. Passer rating is where LeBron really stands out. He's at 8.5, ranking in the 97th percentile, showcasing his elite vision and decision making. Luka's not far behind at 7.8 in the 94th percentile. Together, they form one of the most dynamic passing duos in the league. They'll find open teammates with ease, create scoring opportunities out of thin air, and keep the ball moving to break down defenses. Finally, there's crafted offensive plus minus, crafted OPM, which measures overall offensive impact. Luka's at an insane 5.6, ranking at the very top in the 100th percentile. LeBron's at 3.4, in the 97th percentile. These numbers highlight just how much they influence the game. They're not just good, they're game changer. Now that they're on the same team, their combined offensive impact will be through the roof. What makes this pairing even more fascinating is how these stats intertwine. LeBron's elite passing complements Luka's scoring efficiency perfectly. Luka's ability to carry a high offensive load allows LeBron to pick his spots and conserve energy for key moments. Their synergy will create an offense that's both dynamic and unpredictable. Their efficiency is off the chart. Luka's high true shooting percentage and free throw rate show his ability to score efficiently under pressure. LeBron's elite passing and shot creation amplify this, giving Luka even more opportunities to shine. On the flip side, Luka's creation and offensive load will ease the burden on LeBron, allowing him to dominate when it matters most. The passing chemistry between them will be next level. LeBron's higher passer rating indicates his ability to see the floor and make the right play, while Luka's creative flair adds an element of unpredictability. They'll be able to read the game, anticipate movements, and deliver pinpoint passes that keep defenses guessing. Even their turnover stats tell an important story. Both maintain low turnover rates despite handling the ball a lot. This combination of high usage and low turnovers is rare, and it means they'll maintain control of the game without making costly mistakes. Their offensive load and creation stats are perhaps the most telling. Luka's 100th percentile in both categories means he's been carrying his team's offense and doing it at an elite level. LeBron's right there with him, which shows he's still as impactful as ever. Now that they're sharing the floor, they can split these responsibilities, making each of them even more efficient. Their portability numbers suggest that their games will mesh seamlessly. Both can adapt to different roles depending on the situation. If LeBron needs to take over, Luka can play off the ball, and vice versa. This flexibility will allow the Lakers to adjust to any defense they face. The crafted OPM numbers highlight just how dominant they are. Luka's 5.6 shows he's one of the most impactful offensive players in the league, while LeBron's 3.4 proves he's still among the elite. Together, their combined offensive plus-minus will be unmatched. These advanced stats paint a picture of two offensive juggernauts joining forces. Their efficiency, playmaking, scoring ability, and adaptability create a perfect storm for success. LeBron and Luka aren't just great individually, they're built to thrive together. The Lakers' offense is about to reach new heights, and it's going to be an absolute thrill to watch. But then we can look at the other end of the floor. Defense. Again, Luka is on the left, LeBron is on the right. Starting with deflections, Luka's averaging 3 per game, landing him in the 81st percentile. That's elite. It shows his active hands, quick reflexes, and strong anticipation skills. He's constantly in passing lanes, disrupting ball movement and forcing mistakes from opposing players. LeBron, on the other hand, averages 1.8 deflections, which ranks in the 33rd percentile. While that's not as high as Luka's, LeBron's defensive style relies more on positioning and anticipation rather than aggressively going for deflections. He's more selective, using his veteran experience to make impactful plays without overcommitting. Next, there's raw D-Tove, which measures how effectively a player forces turnovers. Luka's at 0, right in the 50th percentile, showing that he's solid in applying defensive pressure without being overly aggressive. LeBron's slightly lower at minus 0.1, ranking in the 40th percentile. These numbers suggest that while they're not the primary ball hawks on the floor, they contribute to turnovers through smart positioning, quick rotations, and disciplined defense. They don't gamble unnecessarily, which helps maintain the team's defensive structure. When it comes to defensive rebounding, DRB, Luka stands out with a score of 0.4, placing him in the 77th percentile. This reflects his ability to secure key rebound, especially in traffic, and end possessions effectively. Rebounding is often the final act of good defense, and Luka's strong presence on the glass ensures that opponents don't get second chance opportunities. LeBron's at 0.2, ranking in the 68th percentile. Despite his age, he's still a force when it comes to defensive rebound, using his strength, timing, and positioning to outmaneuver opponents. Together, they'll dominate the glass, preventing easy putbacks and fueling fast breaks. Rim defense is where we see an interesting contrast. Luka's at minus 0.1, which puts him in the 41st percentile. This suggests that while he's capable of contesting shots at the rim, he's not a dominant rim protector. His defensive strengths lie more on the perimeter and in transition defense. LeBron's rim defense is rated at 3.1, yet surprisingly, this places him in the 22nd percentile. This indicates that while he can still make highlight-worthy blocks, he's no longer the primary rim protector he once was. Instead, he relies on his help, defense, and ability to read plays, often rotating, to provide support rather than anchoring the paint. Rim frequency measures how often opponents attack the basket when a player is on the floor. Luka's at 36.6%, which is right in the 50th percentile. This suggests that teams attack the rim at an average rate when Luka is defending, reflecting his ability to deter drives occasionally without being a full-time rim protector. LeBron's at 30.1%, but this ranks in just the 14th percentile. This means that teams are more willing to attack the basket when he's the primary defender in the paint. This could be due to his role shifting more toward help defense and conserving energy for offensive production. Block percentage gives us more insight into their rim protection abilities. Luka's at 1.1%, landing him in the 34th percentile. While he's not known for his shot blocking, he can still contest effectively when needed, especially against guards and wings. LeBron's slightly better at 1.4%, ranking in the 47th percentile. Although he's no longer the high-flying shot blocker he was in his prime, he still has the timing and athleticism to swat shots when the situation demands it. His ability to rotate and help defend is where he shines. Now, let's dive into versatility, which measures how well a player can guard multiple positions. Luka scores a 78, putting him in the 81st percentile. This is impressive because it shows that he's capable of switching onto different players effectively, whether it's a quick guard or a bigger forward. His size, combined with his lateral quickness, allows him to handle various matchups, making him a key part of switch-heavy defensive schemes. LeBron's versatility rating is 47, in the 54th percentile. While not as high as Luka's, this still reflects his ability to guard different positions when needed. His experience and basketball IQ allow him to adapt quickly, even if his lateral quickness isn't what it used to be. Relative personal fouls, RPF, is an area where both shine. Luka's at minus 0.4, ranking in the 73rd percentile, meaning he commits fewer fouls than the average player. This shows good defensive discipline, as he's able to apply pressure without racking up unnecessary fouls. LeBron's even better at minus 1.5, ranking in the 99th percentile. That's elite defensive control. It means he's incredibly smart about when to challenge shots, when to back off, and how to use his body effectively without drawing fouls. This kind of defensive discipline is invaluable, especially in close games where foul trouble can change the outcome. Finally, we have crafted defensive plus minus, crafted DPM, which provides an overall measure of their defensive impact. Luka's at 0.7, ranking in the 72nd percentile, which is solid. It reflects his ability to disrupt plays, grab defensive rebounds, and guard multiple positions effectively. LeBron's at 0, which places him in the 52nd percentile. This suggests that while he's an average defender overall at this stage of his career, he still contributes positively, especially with his leadership and ability to make key stops when it matters most. When you combine all these stats, a clear picture emerges of how their defensive games complement each other. Luka brings versatility, active hand, and strong defensive rebounding. He's disruptive on the perimeter, capable of switching onto different matchups, and provides solid help defense. LeBron, on the other hand, offers elite defensive discipline, veteran savvy, and the ability to make timely rotations. His leadership on defense can't be overstated. He's often the one directing traffic, calling out switches, and making sure everyone is in the right position. What's fascinating is how their strengths balance out. Luka's aggressive defense, highlighted by his high deflection rate, is supported by LeBron's disciplined approach. Luka can take more risks, going for steals and playing the passing lanes, knowing that LeBron is behind him, ready to rotate and cover any gaps. This dynamic allows them to play an aggressive, switch-heavy style without compromising the team's defensive integrity. Their versatility and RPF also create a perfect balance. Luka's ability to guard multiple positions gives the Lakers flexibility in their defensive schemes, while LeBron's elite foul discipline ensures he can stay on the floor during critical moments. This combination allows the Lakers to adapt to different opponents, whether it's switching onto quick guards or bodying up against dominant bigs. Even though neither is a dominant rim protector, their combined efforts in help, defense, and rotation cover up for that. LeBron's experience allows him to anticipate drives and be in the right spot at the right time, while Luka's size and instincts help him contest shots effectively without fouling. Their ability to communicate and rotate seamlessly will be key in high-pressure situations. Their defensive rebounding is another area where they excel together. Luka's strong presence on the glass, combined with LeBron's positioning and timing, ensures that the Lakers will secure defensive rebounds consistently. This not only prevents second-chance points, but also allows them to push the pace in transition, turning defense into offense quickly. The crafted DPM numbers highlight their overall defensive value. Luka's positive rating shows that he's an above-average defender who contributes in multiple ways, from rebounding to disrupting plays. LeBron's average rating might not jump off the page, but when combined with his leadership and ability to make key plays, it's clear that his impact goes beyond what the numbers capture. In high-stakes games, their defensive IQ will shine. Luka's ability to read passing lanes and disrupt offensive flow pairs perfectly with LeBron's knack for making game-changing defensive rotations. Whether it's a crucial stop in the fourth quarter or a key rebound in the final seconds, they'll be the ones making those plays. The Lakers are getting more than just offensive firepower with LeBron and Luka. They're getting two defenders who, while different in style, complement each other in ways that will elevate the team's overall defensive performance. Their advanced stats tell a story of balance, versatility, and impact. Together, they'll anchor a defense that's smart, adaptable, and capable of making the stops needed to win championships. But here's my one issue. Now that the Lakers have traded Anthony Davis, there's a giant gaping hole right in the middle of their lineup. Seriously, just look at this projected starting five. Luka, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and Jackson Hayes. That's your starting center? That's the big man who's supposed to anchor the defense? I mean, come on. With that lineup, they might allow like 150 points per game. Okay, maybe that's an exaggeration, but then again, maybe not. Jackson Hayes has some athleticism, sure. He's got bounce, he can catch lobs, and he's capable of blocking a shot or two. But let's be real, can he be the defensive backbone for a team with championship aspirations? That's asking for a lot. He's not exactly known for elite rim protection, post defense, or commanding the paint. LeBron and Luka can work wonders on offense, but they're not miracle workers on defense. They can't be expected to defend the perimeter, rotate to cover mistakes, and protect the rim all at once. That's just not sustainable. So, what do the Lakers do? Maybe they get creative with the lineup. Imagine rolling out Luka, LeBron, Dorian Finney-Smith, Jared Vanderbilt, and Hayes, while bringing Reeves off the bench to add a spark. That lineup definitely adds more size and defensive versatility. Finney-Smith and Vanderbilt are both solid defenders who can switch onto multiple positions, and LeBron's basketball IQ makes him a great help defender. But the problem remains, who's protecting the paint? Are we really banking on Jackson Hayes to hold down the fort against elite bigs like Nikola Jokic, Joel Embiid, or Karl Towns? That's not going to cut it. The Lakers need a real big man, someone who can rebound, block shots, defend the post, and provide a defensive anchor. A true center who can do all the dirty work, allowing Luka and LeBron to focus on doing what they do best, dominating offensively and controlling the game. Without that, the Lakers' defense will have too many holes to patch up. There are some solid options out there, and each one brings something unique to the table. First up, Miles Turner. Now this would be a game changer. Turner is one of the best shot blockers in the league, and he's not just a rim protector. He can space the floor with his three-point shooting. That's exactly what you need next to LeBron and Luka. His ability to stretch the defense pulls opposing bigs away from the basket, opening up driving lanes for Luka and LeBron to attack. On the other end, he's swatting shots, grabbing rebounds, and controlling the paint. Turner's the kind of big who makes life easier for everyone around him. Then there's Walker Kessler, and let me tell you, this guy's a monster in the paint. He's young, hungry, and already one of the best rim protectors in the league. His shot blocking instincts are ridiculous. He's like a human fly swatter. Kessler's not going to demand touches on offense, which is perfect for a team built around Luka and LeBron. He'll thrive, catching lobs, setting solid screens, and doing all the little things that don't always show up in the box score, but are crucial for winning games. Another intriguing option is Mitchell Robinson. If you want toughness, grit, and a no-nonsense big man who's going to fight for every rebound, Robinson is your guy. He's an elite offensive rebounder, a ferocious shot blocker, and a physical presence in the paint. He doesn't need the ball to be effective, which is ideal when you've got Luka and LeBron orchestrating the offense. Robinson's energy and hustle would give the Lakers a much-needed edge, especially in games where defensive intensity is the difference between winning and losing. And then there's Nick Claxton, one of the most versatile bigs in the league. Claxton's not just a rim protector, he can switch onto guards, defend in space, and hold his own against quicker players. That kind of versatility is invaluable, especially in today's NBA, where teams run a ton of pick and rolls and try to exploit mismatches. Claxton's mobility would allow the Lakers to switch more freely on defense while still having a reliable shot blocker anchoring the paint. No matter which direction the Lakers go, one thing is clear: they can't stand pat. Luka and LeBron are phenomenal talents, but they need a strong defensive presence behind them. A legit big man would not only shore up the defense, but also help with rebounding, setting screens, and controlling the pace of the game. The Lakers' championship hopes depend on finding that missing piece. The good news is that Luka and LeBron are so good that they make life easier for everyone around them. A big man doesn't have to be an all-star to thrive in this system. He just needs to be solid, reliable, and willing to do the dirty work, whether it's Turner's shot blocking and floor spacing, Kessler's rim protection, Robinson's rebounding and toughness, or Claxton's versatility. The Lakers have options. It's up to the front office to make the right move. Without that move, though, the Lakers are going to struggle to get stops when it matters most. You can score all the points you want, but if you can't get crucial defensive stops, you're not going far in the playoffs. Luka and LeBron will give you a chance in any game, but they can't do it alone. The Lakers need a big man who can anchor the defense, protect the rim, and allow their stars to shine on both ends of the floor. So Lakers front office, go get that big man and let Luka and LeBron do the rest. Really though, overall, LeBron and Luka have a chance to do something truly special, something that could go down as one of the greatest partnerships in NBA history. Watching these two on the same team feels like witnessing a rare alignment of basketball greatness. It's not just about the stats, the accolades, or even the highlights. It's about the potential to create a legacy that transcends eras. In fact, it reminds me a lot of when an older Kareem teamed up with a young, hungry Magic Johnson on the Lakers. That duo changed the game forever, blending experience with youthful energy. And now we're on the brink of seeing history repeat itself with LeBron and Luka. Think about it. Kareem was the established legend, a player who had already cemented his status as one of the greatest of all time. He had the accolades, the records, and the championship pedigree. But when Magic Johnson arrived, everything clicked on a new level. Magic brought fresh energy, a different perspective, and an unmatched flair that complemented Kareem's skill set perfectly. Together, they didn't just win, they revolutionized the way basketball was played. Their chemistry was electric, and their impact was undeniable. Now, decades later, LeBron and Luka have the chance to create their own version of that magic. LeBron is the modern-day equivalent of Kareem in this scenario. He's the seasoned veteran, the battle-tested superstar who's seen it all and done it all. His basketball IQ is off the charts. His leadership is invaluable. And even at 40 years old, he's still playing at an elite level. His ability to control the pace of the game, make the right reads, and elevate his teammates is unparalleled. LeBron's presence alone demands respect, and his experience in high-pressure situations makes him the ultimate mentor for a younger star like Luka. On the other hand, Luka is the Magic Johnson of this story. I know it was Kareem who joined Magic, but he's the young phenom with an incredible feel for the game, a natural-born leader who thrives under the brightest lights. Luka's creativity, vision, and scoring ability are already legendary, and he's just getting started. He plays the game with a sense of joy and confidence that's infectious. Much like Magic did when he first entered the league, Luka's ability to make the impossible look easy, to control the tempo, and to take over games in clutch moments makes him the perfect complement to LeBron's seasoned brilliance. What makes this duo so exciting is how their games fit together. LeBron's versatility allows him to play multiple positions, adapt to different roles, and fill in the gaps wherever needed. Luka's playmaking and scoring prowess give the Lakers another primary option, someone who can create his own shot, set up teammates, and dominate in crunch time. Together, they cover every aspect of the game: scoring, passing, rebounding, leadership, and defense. Their combined basketball IQ is off the charts, and their ability to read the game in real time gives the Lakers a strategic advantage against any opponent. But it's not just about X's and O's. It's about the intangibles, the leadership, the chemistry, the mutual respect. LeBron has always thrived when surrounded by high IQ players who understand the game at a deep level. Luka fits that mold perfectly. He's not just a talented player, he's a student of the game, someone who lives and breathes basketball. That shared passion creates an environment where both can learn from each other, push each other, and grow together. LeBron's mentorship will help Luka refine his game, while Luka's fresh perspective will keep LeBron energized and motivated. There's also the narrative aspect, the story that unfolds when two superstars join forces. The NBA is built on these iconic duos, partnerships that define eras and captivate fans. Think of Jordan and Pippen, Shaq and Kobe, Curry and Durant. Now it's LeBron and Luka's turn to write their chapter. Their journey will be filled with ups and downs, challenges and triumphs. But that's what makes it special. It's not just about winning championships, it's about the process, the growth, the moments that become etched in NBA history. LeBron's career has been defined by his ability to adapt, to evolve, and to find new ways to impact the game. Teaming up with Luka is the next evolution of his legacy. It's a chance to pass the torch while still competing at the highest level. For Luka, it's an opportunity to learn from one of the greatest to ever do it, to absorb that wisdom, and to elevate his own game to new heights. Together, they can create something that's bigger than individual accomplishments. They can build a dynasty. The stakes are high, but that's what makes it so compelling. The Lakers are one of the most storied franchises in sports history, and adding LeBron and Luka to that legacy feels like the perfect continuation of their tradition of greatness. It's not just about adding two stars to the roster. It's about the synergy, the chemistry, and the belief that they can achieve something extraordinary together. When Kareem and Magic teamed up, they created Showtime, a brand of basketball that was fast, flashy, and unstoppable. They didn't just win games, they entertained, they inspired, and they left a lasting impact on the sport. LeBron and Luka have the chance to do the same. Their style will be different, of course, more focused on precision, skill, and strategic dominance. But the potential for greatness is the same. Imagine the moments we're about to witness. LeBron throwing a no-look pass to Luka for a clutch three. Luka driving into the lane and kicking it out to LeBron for a game-winning jumper. The two of them orchestrating an offense with surgical precision, leaving defenders scrambling and fans on their feet. These are the moments that define careers, that create memories, and that cement legacies. It's rare to see two generational talents come together like this, each at different stages of their careers, but with the same goal in mind, to win. LeBron's hunger for another championship hasn't faded, and Luka's desire to prove himself on the biggest stage is just beginning. That shared drive, that relentless pursuit of excellence will be the foundation of their partnership. And it's not just about what they'll accomplish on the court. Their influence will extend beyond basketball. LeBron's leadership and activism have already made an impact off the court, and Luka's growing global presence will only amplify that. Together, they'll inspire the next generation of players and fans, showing what's possible when talent, hard work, and passion come together. This isn't just another chapter in LeBron's legendary career or the next step in Luka's rise to superstardom. It's the start of something bigger, a partnership that could redefine what we expect from superstar duos. A chance to witness history in the making. LeBron and Luka have all the tools, the talent, and the opportunity to do something special, something that people will talk about for years to come. So as the season unfolds, every game, every play, every moment will be part of a story that's just beginning, a story of greatness, of legacy, and of two players who found a way to make each other better. Just like Kareem and Magic did all those years ago, LeBron and Luka are poised to create their own era of Lakers dominance, and we're lucky enough to watch it happen.